And where's everyone joining in from? Can you drop in your locations in the chat box real quick so that we know where our peers are joining in from and we get to know each other? I'm joining from St. John's, Newfoundland. Hi, Zainab. And I will highly encourage everyone to turn on their cameras. It's just we get to know each other better and we get a face to a name. It's more interactive and we don't feel like that we are talking to a screen. If it's comfortable with you, please turn on your cameras. We'll start the session in about 3 minutes. Do we have our guest speaker joined in already? Titi, can you confirm that?
Um, okay, I think she's about to join in. She hasn't joined in yet, but she says she's about to join in. So we can
All
just
right.
wait a bit.
All right. Thank you. So, how many of you are joining a session for the first time with TechNest? I believe everyone was here for the TechNest orientation session. If it's your first time, you can drop that in the chat box. It'll be good to know if there are any new joinees. I think the whole week has drained everyone, and nobody is really energetic to reply. We have 14 people here in the in the session. Come on, people. Let's try to engage a little. Okay, TT, are we ready to start now? We only have 14 people. How many people were we expecting?
I think we're expecting about 55 people or more, but I mean, I believe people are still going to join in. I am also sharing the link so that people are reminded to join in the session. And
Right.
yeah. Mhm. But
Okay,
yes,
few.
guys, I want us to be engaging. I know we are all drained. I mean, it's a Friday evening, but don't
Yeah.
worry, this session is going to be packed with so much knowledge, okay?
Try to make it as much fun as we could.
Yes.
And we cannot do it without your engagement.
Yes, we need your engagement, guys. So please drop where you're from in the comments.
Okay, should we start without our guest speaker?
Yes, I think we can go on and she will join in.
Okay. Okay. So it's 2:35 here in St. John's. My name is Eshita and I'm your host for today's session. I also hosted the orientation session. If you were there, you would be familiar with my face. If not, I'll be guiding you through the session today and answering your questions in the chat box as well. So feel free to ask away any questions and please try to turn on your cameras. It just makes easier for us to navigate through the session. And that being said, hello everyone again, and welcome to our TechNest community event. Today's event is on mastering LinkedIn for career success. We'll be talking about some strategies for strong online presence. I'm so excited to see all of you here today, by the way. Do we have any mentors here joined us here today as well? Please drop.
No, we don't have mentors today. I don't think we
Okay.
share with our mentors. But yes,
All
our
right.
speaker is here.
All right. No worries. So yeah, this session is basically designed to help you use LinkedIn strategically, just not as an online resume. It's a tool for you to grow your visibility and also grow your career opportunities. So before I dive in, I would like to share a little bit about TechNest. Hold on a minute. Yeah. So, TechNest is a community. It's a volunteer-led organization. It helps students, newcomers, and early career professionals build their confidence, connections, and skills in tech. We offer mentorship programs, which you all are currently enrolled in. We offer projects and sessions like this one. We make sure everyone has access to opportunities, guidance, and real growth. Um, We have our guest speaker today, Uduak Okure. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced the name. Um, and let me just check if she has joined. Yes, she has. So it's my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker. She's a career development coach and LinkedIn strategist. She is passionate about helping professionals craft authentic and impactful LinkedIn profiles, and she'll be helping us navigate through that very thing today. And with her experience and her hands on insights, we will learn how to make our online presence stand out, especially in today's competitive job market. So please join me in welcoming Utwak, and I'll be giving the floor to her to share her screen and also her insights today.
I'm not ready. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Uduak, I can hear you from my hand.
Okay.
I
If
can
you
hear
can
you
hear me,
too.
please just put a reaction or just put something in the chat box. Let me know that everybody can hear me. Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Um, Thanks for the introduction, Eshita. My name is Uduak Okure, and I will be taking you through LinkedIn optimization today. I'm actually waiting for the slide to come up. I think Ishita, you'll be sharing your the slide. I'll be using your slide for this. So just put the slide up for me. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so in today's session, I'm going to walk you through why LinkedIn matters, why is LinkedIn important, and the foundations of building a profile that stands out, a profile that gives you a strong online presence, why LinkedIn is very, very important as your first impression, how to build credibility on LinkedIn, your content strategy, because however you want to put it, your online presence on LinkedIn is highly influenced by the kind of content you put out there. So your content strategy is very, very important. Then I think there's someone that needs to mute. It's kind of distracting. All right. Okay, so we'll also be looking at how to connect authentically on LinkedIn, how to build connections that stand out on LinkedIn, and how to leverage LinkedIn for your career success, not just careers, not just about the jobs, partnerships, relationships, how to leverage LinkedIn to achieve all-round success in your career. So these are the different topics you're going to be looking at today as regards to mastering LinkedIn for career success. All right, let's move to the next slide, Ashita. Okay, so before we start, I would just like to share my story briefly. Um, I actually started showing up on LinkedIn last year. And when I started showing up on LinkedIn, it wasn't because I expected the growth I had on LinkedIn. I was currently taking an online course, and I just felt like, okay, let me document my journey. Let me just share my story. Let me share what I'm learning. So that was the initial goal when I started showing up on LinkedIn. I just wanted to document my progress, what I'm doing, the tools I'm learning, the services I'm picking up, the skills I'm building on. That was the initial goal. And I started doing that, documenting my story. But from the angle I came at the angle of, okay, someone that knows what they are doing. These are the skills I'm learning. This is what I'm doing with the tools I'm learning. So I realized that along the line, people started relating with the content I was sharing. They started to look forward to the tools I was sharing, the insights I was sharing. And before you know it, in a space of 1 year, I was able to move from someone that had about 200 followers September last year to a community of over 23,000 followers on LinkedIn today within a period of 1 year. And aside the growth, the opportunities have come, when we talk about inbound leads, having clients come to you to tell you, oh, I just went through your profile. I think you're the person I'm looking for. I wanted to work with us. So I noticed that with my LinkedIn profile, I don't even have to be applying for jobs. It's most likely the clients coming to me. I want to get to know more insights. What can you do to help us? And that's how it's been. And aside that, it's given me that visibility of collaboration. For instance, I'm here right now sharing my experience with you all, and it's been like that over the past 1 year, being invited to speak at events, share my experience, share my wins, my struggles, my failures, everything, because I don't actually believe in just sharing wins. So that's been it. LinkedIn gave me a soft landing in my career. It gave me a platform to show up and inspire others, and it has also attracted a lot of wins along the way. So it's a privilege to be sharing my story with you and guiding you on how to build a standout LinkedIn profile today. Thank you so much, TechNext community, for this opportunity. Thank you, Eshita. We've been communicating. Thank you, Suliat, for this opportunity. Okay. Please confirm once again that you can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, very loud and clear from my hand.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's start. Why LinkedIn? Why LinkedIn? Why is it that everybody's talking about LinkedIn? Most likely, of course, I'm not trying to talk down on other platforms. Facebook is an amazing platform. Instagram is an amazing platform. Um, Name them, TikTok. I mean, there are a lot of people that have become celebrities by showing up, building a presence on other platforms. But most of the times, you see people having trainings like this. They're always talking about LinkedIn. Why LinkedIn? Why LinkedIn? Because first and foremost, we have over 1 billion users on LinkedIn. But you notice that only a very small percentage of people are actually making the most of LinkedIn. I mean, guilty. I am guilty as charged. Before I understood the capacity, I understood what I could achieve from LinkedIn. I was only using LinkedIn for job search alerts. I was just setting up job search alerts on LinkedIn to just see, oh, someone posted this job, that's the only thing I was using LinkedIn for before I strategically positioned myself to make the most of LinkedIn. Now, 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn to find talent. When I shared my story, I told you how these days I don't even get to apply for jobs. It's the recruiters that come to my DM based on what they see on my profile, and then they propose working with me. So that's how it happens. Most of the times they want to find the talent that most like depends on what they're looking for. LinkedIn will be their first choice to look for talents because Facebook is more like people share a lot of things on Facebook, maybe their family trips, all of that. This happened, they just share everything. But on LinkedIn, people keep it professional on LinkedIn. So if they want to know about your capabilities, the tools you use, what you know how to do, they're most likely going to come to LinkedIn to find the talents they're looking for. Another thing is that LinkedIn is your digital resume. How many of you here have actually tried to search your name on Google? If you've searched your name on Google before, just raise your hands. Let me know those that have searched their names on Google before. You've gone to Google, you've opened Google, you've typed your name to search. Raise your hands. Let me see. Okay, Eshita. Okay, Zainab. Awesome. Now, what's the first result that mostly comes out when you do that? What's the first result that mostly comes out when you do that? You can just unmute or just type it somewhere in the chat. What's the first result that comes out when you do that? You search your name on Google. Okay, I don't think anybody. Facebook. Okay. Okay. LinkedIn. All right. My LinkedIn profile. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now, from my experience, I have noticed that most of the times you search your name on Google, one of the first profiles that comes out is your LinkedIn profile. Whether you have 200 followers, you have 10 followers, what? It's most likely, if you have an active LinkedIn account, it's most likely your LinkedIn and one or two posts from your LinkedIn profile that it's going to show up when you type. LinkedIn is like your digital resume. When people open your LinkedIn, they can see your name, your title, where you've worked, your past experiences, the skills that you're conversant with, how to contact you, everything about you is on your LinkedIn resume. Okay, so it's on your LinkedIn profile. So your LinkedIn actually markets you, whether you're online or not. Your LinkedIn markets you. Okay, and it's also a networking hub where you can connect with other professionals. This is why it is so important for you to have an optimized LinkedIn profile so that even when you're not in the room, your profile speaks for you. Next slide, please. Okay, now I've talked about optimizing your LinkedIn, optimizing your LinkedIn. How do you actually build this standard profile that everybody's talking about, LinkedIn optimization? All right. First and foremost is your profile. First and foremost is your profile photo. I see a lot of people use very funny looking profile pictures on their LinkedIn. And like I keep saying, LinkedIn is not like Instagram. Nobody cares about the trips you're traveling to, the dinner in the restaurants you're having, and all of that. Nobody cares about all that, right? On LinkedIn, people want to see the professional side of you. Okay. So your profile should actually be very, very professional. Your profile photo should be very, very professional. I'm trying to share my screen so that you can see what my profile looks like. Just a moment. Let me share my screen. Okay. Share. I don't know if anybody can see my screen right now.
I can see your screen, Edward.
Okay. Let me try that again. Please stay with me. Yes, I can see it. Someone just confirmed they can see my screen. I don't know if any other
Yes.
person can see it.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you. Now, if you look at my profile, it's professional. It's very, very professional. So whatever you're setting up your LinkedIn profile picture, it should be as professional as possible, right? I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if any other person does this, but let me use a platform like Facebook, because you have to like send friend requests and someone has to accept friend requests, right? Now, if you notice, I don't know if I'm the only person that does it, but most of the times I set, like, someone sends a friend request to me, it could be from your profile picture that will just make me decline it. I've not even opened your profile. I haven't even viewed your profile. But just because of the picture you use as a profile picture, the picture you used in your profile, I would just decline different requests. I don't know if anybody can relate, but it's something I used to do unconsciously. It's the same thing. Someone can be looking at your LinkedIn profile. You send a connection request to somebody. The person didn't even click. The person didn't even open your profile. The person doesn't even know. But just because of your profile picture, someone just declines. You get. So you want to make sure that your first impression, your profile picture, it's attractive, it's professional. Someone wants to read more, click on your profile to see more about you. All right. Now the next thing you want to put into consideration is your banner, which is your background photo. I see people just put random things in their background photo. Let me explain how important this is. Your background photo is your digital is your signboard. It's your billboard. What should be on your banner? Communicate clearly your value on your banner. You should communicate very, very clearly the value you bring to the table. This is not a place for you to list the services that you do. This is not where you put, for instance, your virtual assistant and you're putting administrative support, customer support, all of that. This is not where you put it. This is your chance to sell your core value, what you bring to the table. 10x your productivity and reclaim 30 plus hours weekly with my expert support. You open my profile, this is what is screaming there. I help you boost your productivity with my support. I help you reclaim more hours a week with my support. All right. Then there's a clear call to action. Book a one-on-one clarity call with me or send an email to me. There's a very, very clear call to action there. This is what now some people, you see some people's profile, they don't have this. This is one of the easiest thing for you to do. If you open Canva and search LinkedIn background photo, you're going to see hundreds of templates. You're going to see hundreds of templates. All you need to do is just pick one template, choose your brand color, and then communicate your value in it. Probably if you don't really know how to communicate your value, you could use ChatGPT to help you refine. Just give it a good prompt, what you do, what your professional art and all of that. Then ask it to help you refine your value, right? In a way that it's attention grabbing. For instance, assuming you are a sales expert, you might want to do maximize your sales with my proven strategies, with my proven sales strategies, and then maybe want to put 50% yearly revenue, 50% increase in yearly revenue. Maybe you want to put something like 10 plus years proven experience. Like I said, your banner, your background photo is where you sell your value. Okay. Now let's move to the next part, which is your headline. Now I see people that they don't clearly communicate what they do in their headline. You just see something like virtual assistants, you just something like sales experts, you see something like customer support specialist, right? Your headline is where someone reads your headline, they know exactly what you do, who you serve. What you do, who you serve. You can see I didn't just put virtual assistants, I put executive virtual assistants to tech founders and business coaches, which is the industries I work with. You know who I work with, that's I work in the tech industry and business coaches, tech founders. So I've clearly communicated my value. So assuming a tech company is looking for an assistant to their founder, my profile is easy to spot because I clearly communicated my value there. So assuming you want to do, you can say e-commerce virtual assistants to Shopify business owners, Shopify and Amazon business owners. So if I'm looking for someone to manage my Shopify account, your profile stands out to me because you've clearly communicated your value, the industry you serve. Or you are like real estate virtual assistant to property owners, then you now put a slash managing your Airbnb booking.com accounts to increase sales revenue, right? That is what you should have in your title, not just something vague or something plain. It should capture what you do, who you serve, what industry you serve, to make it very, very easy for your potential clients to spot you. Okay. Now, this initially this was in the free version of LinkedIn. I set it up before it was taken out of the free LinkedIn. But if you're using premium LinkedIn, this is something you want to make the most of, where you can put a link to your portfolio. For instance, you can put something like view my portfolio, or you put something like book a call with me, whatever call to action. Maybe you want to put something like subscribe to my newsletter. So this is a very, very good opportunity for you to add a call to action on your headline, book a strategy session, because for someone like me, I want to know your needs, where I can support you, right? So that's why I have book a strategy session with me. If you want to like bring attention to your portfolio, view my portfolio, whatever it is. So if you're using the premium version, the paid version of LinkedIn, please set up this website link. Now, the next thing you want to focus on is your about session. What should your about session look like? Your about session should clearly, once again, what I do, my experience, my years of experience, who I serve, the services I offer, why you should work with me, a call to action, how to reach me. If you read it up, that's how I structured it. My name, Amuda Kokere, what I do, my years of experience, who I serve, what services I offer. Then I now go ahead to put why you should work with me, and then how to reach me. Reach me via my email. Then highlight your top skills. Immediately after your about session, you should highlight your top skills. Someone can at once, at a glance, know what you do: administrative assistant, customer support, data entry. Highlight your top 5 skills immediately after your about session. Now, the next thing you want to do is your service page. You want to set up your service page where you can list out all the services you offer. You can also get like reviews from clients you've worked with. Make your service page very, very rich as much as you want. This is the part that people overlook. Your featured session. Now, I'm going to show you a profile I worked on last week. Just a moment. Just a moment. I want to just click through a profile I worked on last week. Okay. So you can see everything I talked about earlier. Now, she is a sales and marketing expert. If you check her about session, you can see where I put, I help real estate and business brands grow faster and sell smarter. If you look at the background photo, you can clearly see the value she brings to the table, helping property and brands and specific who she's serving, property brands and businesses, scale sales, close high value deals, return more clients. Then you would see 50% yearly revenue growth, client retention boost, 10 years experience, all of that with a call to action. Let's grow your numbers, DM to get started. So that's the structure you should use when you're setting up your background photo, right? Now, this is what I was aiming at. The featured session, all right? This is your chance to maybe you want to put your portfolio where people can view your portfolio, or maybe you want to put testimonials from your past clients, right? Testimonials from past clients, or you want to put how people can get in contact with you. Let's talk, book an appointment with me. So you can set up your featured session with your proven results, or how to contact you, or maybe your newsletter. You want to put, maybe there's a course that you're currently promoting. You want to put that in your featured session. Okay. So that's what your featured sessions should look like. So let's go back to my profile. I was just showing you that. For me, what I did was I pinned my most relevant post on my profile, which is why you need a virtual assistant. So because to me, that's the most relevant thing. If you're coming to my profile, that means you're interested in what I do. So my job here is to convince you further on why you need to hire a virtual assistant. Then Then the next one I pinned here was a 5-star review I got from a client. This is like proven results, what the client has to say about me. So leverage your feature session to highlight relevant posts or how to contact you, proven results, your portfolio, your newsletter, a course you're selling, whatever it is. Always leverage your featured session. Okay. Then if you scroll down to your professional experience, where you set up your professional experience, even if you've worked in a single company and then you've moved from one position to the other, make sure that you highlight what position you moved to within the company. Okay, that it shows growth within a company you've worked for. Then your skills, your license and certificates, set up your license, your certificates, so that people can see that you actually trained, you went through a professional training to acquire the skills that you have. Okay, you want to add like a volunteering experience, you can go ahead, add a volunteering experience. Then your skills are very important. I see people add like 80 skills, oh my god, 90 skills. For me, I feel like that's like a waste of space. There is actually no need for 90, 80 skills. You want to focus on the most relevant skills. I have just 26 skills on my profile. These are the most relevant skills that my clients are searching for. When they're searching for just this is what they're looking for. And I want this search to bring them to my profile. And when you set up your skills page, you want to get endorsements from people. You want people to endorse you, to be like, oh, endorsement is like them, like it's like standing behind you, like she's good at this, she's good in virtual assistance, she's good in office administration, that kind of a thing. So you want people to endorse you as much as possible, right? You can see I have like 75 endorsements, 90 something endorsements from people. Okay. Now the next thing you want to do is recommendations. Try to get at least 1-2 recommendations on your page. It's also like it builds credibility. Someone wanting to employ you, someone wanting to collaborate with you, they can read through recommendations given to you and be like, okay, this is someone I want to work with. This is someone credible enough for me to work with. Yeah. Then you can also give out recommendations. So that's just it for setting up your page, right? Now, I'm going to recommend a tool for you to use when you're setting up your LinkedIn profile. That tool is Career Flow. It makes it very, very easy. Let me just show you what it looks like. It's an extension. It's an extension. You can install it, careerflow.ai. So it's going to scan through your LinkedIn profile, and then it's going to pick out like all the places that are lagging, all the places that are lacking in your profile. And then it's going to give you like suggestion and tips on how to, just a minute, please. I need to open this so that, okay. All right. So let me just share this tab. Please, can someone confirm they can see the new tab I just shared, careerflow.ai? Please, I need someone to confirm that they can see the screen I just shared, careerflow.ai. Awesome, thank you. All right. So, like I said, this is gonna scan your profile, everything on your profile. You can see the overview, experience, education, everything. Then it's going to give you a score. It's going to give you a score. Now, when I first scanned this, I think my score was like 41%, and I built it up to this. I mean, you can achieve up to 100. I haven't really like paid attention to this much, but I usually recommend it. It's a very, very good profile optimization tool. So you'd see your profile photo, your banner. It gives you tips. You can see looking good. So any other thing you want, it will give you like tips. Moving on to banner, it will check your banner, tell you the things to put in your banner. You move to your headline, what to write on your headline. You move down to open to work. Now you can turn on open to work without adding that frame, meaning that it's only people that it's open to work is only going to be visible for recruiters. But if you want to add the open to work frame to your profile, that's fine and good. But you can turn on open to work, make it only visible to recruiters. So it doesn't show on your profile, but it shows to recruiters, right? Then you go ahead, you just go through step by step. There is tips here for you to use in setting up every part of your profile. It makes the work so easy for you. Once again, the name is careerflow.ai. So, I mean, after this meeting, I would advise you to just try it out, share your scores on your group chat. I know you're in a group or something. Share your scores, interact, and then see where you're having issues, how they can help you come in while setting up your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Eshita, please, can you put back the slide for me? Thank you. Can you please put back the slide for me? Okay, awesome.
Is it
So
visible?
I think I've covered all this: profile picture, banner, headline, about session, your featured session, your experience. I've covered all of this. Thank you. Please let's move to the next slide. Okay. Let's go. Let's keep going. Now I've talked about the skills and endorsements. So you need to add, like I said, you don't need to like add too much, just keep it relevant. At least 10, 30. If you have a lot of skills, you can add up to maybe 35, but just keep it within that. Then you can ask for you don't have to wait until it's a client to recommend you. You could get recommendations from your teammates, you could get recommendation from a mentor, a mentee, your colleagues, right? Like a lot of my recommendations came from my mentees, people that I have mentored. It's not like I didn't wait to get recommendations from my clients. Then you can also get like I mentioned, the certification aspect, license and certifications. You can use LinkedIn Learning, although it's available for just the premium feature of LinkedIn, but you can get there are a lot of things to learn, from customer support to administrative assistance to sales marketing. You can learn from LinkedIn Learning, and then you can link it to your license and credentials just to boost your profile. Let's have the next slide, please. Okay, so now that we are done with setting up your profile, what's the next thing you need to know is your posting. Like I explained, you could have a robust profile. The profile is set up for success, but if your content is not matching up with what your profile says, you're most likely going to be attracting the opportunities you're looking for. So let's start with the post. Like I said earlier, I started posting about my learning journey. I know most of you that are here to learn. Maybe there's a course you're enrolled for, that's why you're here. I love the fact that they started with this LinkedIn, because you need to document your learning journey. Whatever you're learning, UI, UX, you're learning software engineering, content, social media, document it. The tools you're learning, the skills you're picking up, put it out there. There are a lot of people that are going to relate with you, and that's how you start growing. The project you've worked on, the reflections, right? Now, I see people just focus mainly on work, work, work. LinkedIn is a social media platform first. It's a social media platform. It has the professional edge, right? So if you can find a way to put your experiences, in a way that it inspires somebody, that's the secret to my growth. Let me tell you now, that's the secret to my growth. I use a lot of storytelling when I'm writing my post, right? I use a lot of storytelling when I'm writing my post. Let me give you an example. I want to talk about time management. Everybody on LinkedIn is talking about how to 5 tips to the best advice to all of that. Do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. Nobody cares about all of that. You want to stand out, put in storytelling. Oh, talk about a time when you're working on a client's project, it was driving you crazy, so much to do, you're so overwhelmed. Then you now realize that you were not actually structuring your time very well. And this is the things you did to help you manage your time better. At that point in time, you're talking about your experiences. Someone is like, oh, wow, this is true. I mean, I can relate to this. Last month was so overwhelming for me. I can also do this to help me. Let me see how it will go, right? So you're putting in storytelling as you're putting out your content out. You're putting your content out there. Then the strategy you need to do is to engage, right? See, engagement is very, very important. If you are just posting, you're just posting, you're not going to grow that fast. You want to grow well on LinkedIn, you have to like marry the two of them. You have to post, you have to also make out time to engage. You have to make out time to engage with others as well. Okay. Now, I got a job on LinkedIn last year from just the comments I dropped on a post. Someone read the comments, clicked on my profile, went through my profile, and it's like, okay, I like the girl where this girl writes. I need someone like her on my team. So your post is also your engagement is also like a very good strategy for growth. Then using the relevant hashtags, right? Assuming maybe you're a virtual assistant, right? So you want to like draft like 1, 2, 3 hashtags that you're going to be using, right? So that if someone is searching for something about virtual assistant, so your hashtags are very, very important. Okay. Now, when it comes to your post also, your hook is very, very important. Like that very, very first line of your post, your hook is very, very important, right? Because like I mentioned, we have like a billion people on LinkedIn. Every single day, a lot of posts are going out, millions and millions of posts are going out. What is going to make someone that is scrolling to stop scrolling and start reading? Your hook. So you want your hook to be something that makes people to stop scrolling and start reading. So however you want to structure it, make sure that the first line of whatever you're putting out there, you're like, I was struggling with this until I discovered this one secret. All right, okay, what secret did you discover? You want to read through to know the secret to discover. Or maybe you're like, last month taught me one key lesson. I don't know however you want to put it, but make sure that the very first line of your post is something that makes people to stop scrolling and to start reading your post. Okay, let's have the next slide, please. Then when it comes to connections, now I made a mistake when I started out on LinkedIn, and I like to tell people this so that you don't make that mistake, right? Now you might notice sometimes someone that has 5,000 followers, 6,000 followers, but the person is getting like less engagement. Like, why do you have 8,000 followers and then you're posting other content and you're having like 10 likes, 2 comments, right? Because you've packed non-active people into your connections. Please let me know how much time I have left so that I'm not going to be like, stretching too long. Okay, so the packed inactive people into their connection list. You want to make sure that the people you're connecting with are active people that are actively using LinkedIn. Now, what do I do? First off, before I send a connection request or accept connection request, I go to your profile to check when last did you post, when last did you comment. I want to make sure that people that I'm connecting with are people that are actually active on LinkedIn, either that are posting. Some people don't post, but they engage a lot. I want people like that, people that engage, people that I mean content consumers. They don't really post, but they consume content. You want to make sure that you're connecting with active people. Okay. Now, when you're sending out connection requests, I can tell you from experience that I'm most likely going to accept a personalized request than a random request. Someone sends me a personalized request like, "Hi Udwag, I listened to you um during the TechNest community LinkedIn events, and you touched some key points that I've been struggling with, and I would love to connect with you. There's a lot to learn from you." I'm most likely going to accept that faster than just a request like that, because like I said, I always have to go through your profile. For every request I accept, I don't just click accept, accept, accept. I go through your profile to read. Are you active? What are you posting? Is it aligned with what I want? So seeing that personalized request will get you a faster acceptance So personalize, add that touch. Then sometimes before you reach out to people to make a request, oh, I'm requesting you to give me, I'm requesting for, before you request, try to engage on their post. I mean, I'm not sure how much time I have. I would have taken my time to give you my engagement strategy, how I turn cold DMs into warm DMs, how you make sure that you enter someone's DM and you don't get ignored. You get a response from the person that you're trying to build connection with. So like I said briefly, I'll just say always try to engage at least 1, 2, 3 of their contents. When people get to see a name pop up in their notification, maybe or maybe see a comment on their post, they're most likely curious. They want to check your profile. So when that message comes in, it's like, okay, I've seen this person comment on my post 1 or 2 times. Okay, excuse me, let me respond to the person. Okay, always comment on posts, message connections, share updates, stay active. When I say I grew my page from 200 followers to 23,000 followers in 1 year, it wasn't because I was posting today and posting in 2 weeks time. When I started, I did a 90 days consistency challenge. I posted every single day for 90 days, Monday to Sunday. I posted every single day. So I built momentum. I used to have up to 300,000 post impressions. I built momentum. Like in a month, I'll have 4,000 followers. In a month, some months, 3,000 followers, 2,000 followers, the least 1,000 followers every month. So if you really want to like get that momentum, get your account, you don't have to post every single day like I did. You could do 4 times a week, 5 times a week, 3 times a week, but maintain the momentum. The day you're not posting, you can spend that day commenting on posts. You can spend that day reaching out, personalizing the connection, reaching out. Hi, I've been reading your post the last 2 days. It's been so insightful. I just came to your DM, say you're doing an amazing work. You've built connection with that person. The person responds, oh, thank you so much for reaching out. I appreciate. So the next time you're reaching out to that person, it's no longer a cold DM, it's a warm DM. So the day you're not posting, you can spend time engaging on people's, commenting on people's posts, or sending messages. All right, building warm DMs. Okay. Let's have the next slide, please. I'm trying to wrap it up. Okay. So very importantly, leveraging LinkedIn for career growth. Now you know how to set up your profile, how to optimize the profile for success, and then you also know how you can post content that are engaging, content that make people to stop scrolling and start reading. Now, how do you leverage LinkedIn for career growth? First and foremost, we have the job search alerts, where you can set up the job search alerts. Okay. How do I do this? I don't like theory. I'm a practical person. So let's see this. Let me go back to my LinkedIn and share my screen. In universities, we were traumatized with a lot of theory in universities. They traumatized us with theories. So, okay, job search alerts. You go to the job feature on your LinkedIn. You can now search for the kind of jobs you're looking for. Assuming you're looking for a customer support job, assuming customer support, yes. Okay, now you can see different types of customer support jobs available here from different countries. Now I want to bring this a little more. Okay, I think EMEA works. Okay, so you can decide which country do you want this. If you want to focus on maybe US countries, You want to focus on UK country, you want to focus on UK, you want to focus on European countries, whatever it is, you can decide to choose, assuming you're looking for, let's say, European economic area, or let's use European Union. You're looking for a customer support role in the European countries like Ireland and all of that. You can streamline it. Then you can now set a job search alert here. You can turn on this alert on. So whenever like a new job is being posted for customer support in the European Union, you're going to receive an email notification that a new job has been posted. So this is one way you can use. You can also use the filters. The dates posted, you want to use filters for maybe the past month, the past week, the past 24 hours, the experience level, the company. If you have a particular company that you're interested with working with, you can select the company to check if they've posted anything as regards to customer support. You're looking for a remote role, you can just go ahead, select remote to streamline your search results more. Okay. All right. So that's just it. You see different jobs there. You can click on the apply to learn more about the job, who posted it. Sometimes I could apply for a job, then I'll reach out to the hiring team, letting them know that, oh, I applied for this job and all of that. I'm really looking forward. I'm excited to work with them, just to make sure maybe if they're going through it, they might just keep an eye for, oh, this girl reached out to me on LinkedIn and stuff like that. Now, another thing I like to do is to use the Boolean search. The Boolean search, where you search in quotations. So assuming I'm looking for, I need like, okay, hiring virtual assistants, assistants. I'm going to search for this in quotations, and maybe I can add remote virtual assistants, then search. Boolean search. One thing I like about Boolean search is the fact that there are some jobs that are not posted. They're not posted in the job tab, the job feature of LinkedIn. But when you use Boolean search, it brings them out in your feed, and you can use it anywhere. You can use Boolean search on LinkedIn. You can use it on Facebook. You can use it on search. I've used Boolean search on Google before, and I've found like job vacancies. Of course, you can filter to maybe last 24 hours, past week, depending on what you want, right? So this way you can see I'm hiring virtual assistants needed, blah, blah, blah. Now hiring virtual assistants, global role, salary, check through Google Workspace, send me a direct message, okay? Looking for flexible, apply for his hiring virtual assistants. So, right, these ones are not posted in the jobs tab, but because of the Boolean search you use, you can see hiring virtual assistant, 250K. Now, if you want, I'm seeing 1 week ago, 3 weeks ago. So I want this to be like most recent. So I'm going to move this to let's see, sort by letters. Let's sort by letters. So now this particular one is for if you're looking for jobs on LinkedIn. For me, I would say the best strategy when it comes to your career growth and success on LinkedIn is let the leads come to you. It's been the sweetest experience I have on LinkedIn, not having to apply for the jobs, having the jobs come to me. It's been the sweetest experience. That's because I have strategically, I always teach about the 3 P's of LinkedIn, packaging, positioning, and presence, right? Packaging, how you package yourself, you package yourself as someone that knows what they are doing, someone that knows the tools that they're using. They know the kind of clients that you've packaged yourself very well. Then you position yourself to be seen, and then you have an active presence on LinkedIn, right? That way, the recruiters, the hiring managers, they can easily find you and locate you. That's the best, honestly. When they come to your DM, they're not going to stress you because they've probably gone through your profile already. They are convinced with what they see on your profile before sending that message. So that message is just to get to know you, to book an interview with you, to want to see if you are actually a fit for what they're looking for. And after that interview, if they're satisfied, the next thing you're going to get is an offer letter. So that's what you want to focus most on. Building your profile in a way that it attracts, gets inbound leads, and brings the contracts and the offers coming in. Okay, so we filtered by the letters. Okay, a global company is hiring virtual assistants. You can apply from anywhere in Nigeria. Don't sleep on this. This was posted 2 hours ago. So we're hiring virtual administrative assistants, part-time, remote, long-term. Hiring virtual assistants, work from anywhere. Posted 4 hours ago. Apply here. So sorry, I'm using virtual assistants. I'm a virtual assistant, so that's like the first thing that will come to my mind when I'm searching. Okay, it could be for if you're a graphic designer, if you are a software engineer, just use Boolean search, substitute for the role. If you're looking for a remote role, you can use that on site, whatever it is. Just put everything in a quotation, and then you can filter it to the latest post to get it there. Okay, now the next thing you can do, leveraging LinkedIn for your career success, is to strategically connect with recruiters. You can strategically connect with recruiters, with hiring managers, with CEOs. Like I said earlier, this is like I don't know how long I have, right? But it's a strategic process where you might need to have like a Google spreadsheet where you search for the people you want to work with, the CEOs, the recruiters. You put their names on a spreadsheet, then you strategically reach out to them, maybe pitch yourself and all of that. I mean, the time may not really be here, but you need to intentionally connect with these hiring managers. Sometimes you need to connect with them for them to be able to see you, see what you're posting, see what you're all about. Aside connecting with them, I always have this I have this 5-3-2 rules of connecting on LinkedIn. Depending on what you want, that's always the most important thing. Why are you on LinkedIn? You need to understand why you're on LinkedIn. Are you here because you want to get jobs? Are you here because you want to build a personal brand? Are you here because you want to just network? Why you're on LinkedIn is going to influence most of the things you're doing on LinkedIn. Is going to influence everything you're doing on LinkedIn. Okay. So assuming you are here to build a personal brand, the connecting ratio is going to be different, right? But if you're here to network and grow like a brand, get jobs, all of that, the ratio I give 5-3-2. Every day when you're connecting, connect with 5 peers, right? Your peers are likely going to be the ones that are going to be commenting on your post. They're going to be the ones that will give you the visibility and growth you're looking for. So you can connect with like 5 peers, then connect with 3 ideal clients. So you need to have like your ideal clients profile. Which company do you want to work for? What kind of clients do you want to work for? What location do you want your client to be based with? So you search for those people, connect with 3 of them every single day, right? 5 peers, 3 ideal clients profile, and then 2 industry leaders, because you want to see people that are doing so well in the field that you want to build a personal brand on. What are they posting about? What insights are they sharing? All of that. Those people may not likely comment or be commenting on your post, but you're going to get insights from them. You're going to learn from them. So you want to have them in your network as well. So five um 5 peers, 3 ideal clients, and then two how do you call them, people that are, what's the word? Okay, you want to connect with 5 peers, 2 ideal clients, and then 3 industry leaders. Yes, industry leaders, people that in your industry, in your field, that have stood out. They've built a name for themselves, they've built a brand for themselves, they're doing so well for themselves. You want to get insights from them. So that's the connection ratio I usually use. That may not be what you're looking for. It could be whatever works for you, but that's the ratio I usually teach people to do, and it's very, very effective. Okay. So assuming you want to connect with 20 people in a day, you double that, 10 peers, 6 ideal client profiles, 4 industry leaders, right? So I think I need to have the slide back up. Please help me share the slide, please. Thank you. I should be wrapping up. I should be wrapping up. So if you have any questions for me, you could just write it down, jot it down somewhere. I think I will have time to answer 1 or 2 questions. Please put the slide back up for me. Thank you. Okay. I mean, I was in the spirit. So over to you, Suliat. Over to you, Ashita. So you can just if there's any question for me.
Hi, thank you so much for the amazing insights you had. And honestly, I learned so much. I think I really need to make some changes in my LinkedIn profile now. Thank you so much. I think everyone else also learned a lesson or two and takes away good knowledge and actually works on it. That's what's going to make all the difference. Please raise your hands or drop in the chat box if you have any questions. We have this little time at the end to discuss all our questions. And if you need to connect with any of us to discuss or to help you out in optimizing your LinkedIn profiles, you can definitely reach out to me or you can reach out to any one of us and we'll be happy to help you out. Please, the floor is open for discussion and I'll wait for any questions that we have now. Can I please get a thumbs up from everyone in the session so that I know that people are still there? Everyone, please. All right. Hey, I had a few active participants here. Lucas, Zainab, Yemit, just calling out your names because you were active here, and I just need to see some thumbs up just to make sure that everyone heard the session and if anyone has any questions. Okay. I'll just forward the control to the question, improving our career. Yeah, Miriam, do you have any questions? We'll be happy to answer. How do I start sharing a past journey on LinkedIn? Okay, we have one question here. How do I start sharing a past journey on LinkedIn? I think Uduak would be the best person to answer that if she's still available.
Hey, yes, I'm very much available. So, that's a very fantastic question because I think I was actually at that phase at a point in time when I felt like, oh my God, I wish I had like I started showing up on LinkedIn ever since. I was doing
Mm.
so much. I wish I shared, and I'm like, what's stopping me from actually sharing it? What's stopping me from still sharing it? Okay, so you can talk about it, right? I would advise when you're starting out on LinkedIn, you can just start maybe like currently. Then when you've got a kind of traction, you can just start throwing in 1 or 2 things you want to talk about. For instance, there's a time I had to reflect back to when I was a community manager and this that happened, and just reflecting on those things. So you could just bring the past journey in as you're going, as you share what you're currently working on, what you're currently doing, just bringing those past success stories, those past struggles, just bring it in. You don't have to like wait for a particular time to start sharing them. Just find a way to just infuse it into what you're currently sharing related. What I did there's what I did for myself to make it very smooth. I came and I made an announcement on my page. I said, um, from in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be sharing my journey to remote work. That's what I did. I'm going to be taking you on a 5-day series where I share my journey to remote work, how I started, a 10-day series, how I started, the struggles, how I evolved from being a digital marketer to being a telemarketer to being a virtual assistant to being a customer support. I took them through the whole journey. I went as far back as 2020 before the lockdown, how I started taking the fundamentals of digital marketing. I just used those 10 days to cover everything I wanted to share in the past. Then after that 10-day series, I continued back with my usual post. So you could just do something like that. Just start with maybe the course you're learning, whatever it is, build traction, and then you can just start a documentary or like a series or something, bringing in your past achievements, what you've done in the past, the certificates, the courses, and just, share it with your audience.
That's amazing. I believe we answered your question, Rohinath, and thank you so much for asking a question. We have another question from Kingsley Richard. As a new account, how can one add all the settings you mentioned, for instance, the skills, recommendations, endorsements, and picture session? Um, I believe in when you open your account, when you make a new account on LinkedIn, there is an option that takes you to a tour and helps you set up all your basics on the account. Uh, it's called Complete Your Account or something like that. But if you have a particular problem going forward, if you have any particular section in your LinkedIn profile that you're having trouble with, you can definitely reach out to us and we can help you edit that. Basically, it's like navigating your Facebook profile or your Instagram profile, updating your picture, adding your skills in, and we are always here to help you out. And I hope we answered your question. Okay, we have another question from Faith. The speaker spoke about sharing your journey and also said sharing your skills and also choosing a niche. What happens when you're not confident in the skills niche yet? How can one go about sharing the journey alone and being consistent? That's a very brave question, I would say. It's really brave of you to actually admit that. And, I feel that all the time. I feel like I'm not sure if whatever I'm posting does even make sense. I would like to answer that question as well for me. So please do that.
So I want to ask a question. She said, the speaker spoke about sharing your journey and also said sharing your skills and choosing a niche. What happens when you're not confident in the skills needed in your niche yet? How can you go the journey alone and being consistent? Okay. Now, I mentioned something. I said when I started sharing my story, I was currently taking my virtual assistant course, right? I was taking the course. I didn't have the certificate. I wasn't a professional. I was just sharing. I take this course, I practice this too, right? And then I'm putting it out there. As at then, I didn't even know my niche yet. I didn't decide to I didn't know whether I was going to be a real estate virtual assistant, a medical VA, or whatever. I wasn't even sure then. All I did was documenting. Oh, I'm learning on Trello today. Tomorrow, I'm practicing on Asana. I'm learning how to use HubSpot CRM. I was just putting everything out there. Okay. Now, you can just start by documenting, like you said, you're not confident in your skills yet, neither in your niche yet. You can just share what you're doing, share what you're working on, share the tools that you're currently learning until you've crafted your niche, specifically the niche you want to like focus on. Okay. And um when it comes to the skills, you can just, depending on what skill it is that you want to focus on, what skill it is you want to focus on. Is it Oh God, sorry, I just keep coming back to virtual assistant. I'm sorry. I know we have a lot of people from other niches here and stuff, but I mean it's what I'm used to talking about, right? So as if we want to just talk about, for instance, administrative support, we want to just focus talking about the travel itinerary planning, the email management, calendar management, time management, all of that, right? You're not conversant with your project management side yet. You can focus on the one that you know you can talk about very well. Then when you've mastered, when you've gotten a bit conversant with the project management aspect of your work, you can now begin to talk about that. You don't have to. One thing about waiting to be perfect, if you wait to be perfect, you will not start. You will not start posting. You will not start talking about this, right? So as you're posting every day, you will notice the confidence comes as you post. The confidence comes the more you talk about what you do, the more you show up, the more your confidence builds, the more you in fact, there was a time that when I pick up my phone, the very first app I open is LinkedIn. When I just drop my phone and I pick it up, I'm going straight to LinkedIn because it became like my second, I mean, I don't know what to say. So the more you share, the more your confidence builds. Okay, you don't have to wait until you're so confident. But in the long term, you need to have a niche. In the long term of building your personal brand, you can't be everywhere talking about everything. You need to craft a brand for yourself. When people talk about Suliat, what is Suliat known for? If I'm talking about, for instance, software engineers on LinkedIn and all, I mean, Suliat will be like, oh yes, Suliat, I mean, this is what she talks about, this is what I know her for. So in the long run, while you're starting, you can experiment, talk about different things you're doing. But in the long run, you have to pick a niche. You have to pick what you want to be known for on LinkedIn.
That's very
How can I
beautiful.
share? Okay,
Thank you
all
so
right.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah, moving on to the next question. How can I share my achievements without oversharing? So,
How can you share your achievements without oversharing? Um, I feel like it all depends on you. It all depends on you, like what you feel oversharing is to you. But one thing I know from experience is that LinkedIn loves celebratory posts. That's why you see when people that don't understand LinkedIn talk about LinkedIn, you always hear everybody on LinkedIn is always thrilled to announce. Everybody's thrilled to announce. They're thrilled and excited. They're always sharing something because
mhm.
that's what the algorithm loves. I just completed a course. I just got accepted for this role. I just got promoted. I just got a 5-star review from a client. You can share it. I share everything. Okay, not everything. Recently, I've not really talked about the projects I'm working on because just for my personal reasons, I feel like I don't really need to be riding on the celebratory post to grow as much as before. But before, I shared everything. To grow my profile, I shared everything. I just landed a job on LinkedIn. I got a 5-star review. I completed a course. I finished a certification program. I shared everything. So it all depends on you, right? If you want to share, there's not oversharing on LinkedIn. Is maybe when you go to Facebook that you see, must you talk about this? Did you even have to bring this up here? Did we have to know about LinkedIn? They're going to celebrate with you. As far as you've decided to bring it to the platform, you want to share this win with us, we will celebrate you on LinkedIn. So it depends on what you feel comfortable about sharing and what you don't feel like sharing. So there's no oversharing. Even if maybe you didn't land the job, but you had an interview with an international client, so you feel like that's a very big win for you. I mean, for your first interview with an international client, you want to just talk about it, bring it up, share it. People are still going to celebrate with you. That's it. So it's the boundary of oversharing. It's dependent on personal choices.
Amazing answer. It's definitely a gamble when you're sharing information about yourself. You never know who is going to read it, but being mindful of not sharing too much personal information and not giving out on and not being inappropriate, I think would be the key. And as Uduak mentioned, it depends on person to person what oversharing is for them. But just get started. Don't feel scared. Um, if you're a beginner, it's a plus point that there's not many people that are looking at it. So even if you fumble one or two times, it's fine. You'll learn and you'll grow definitely if you start. There's a next question. I just joined LinkedIn recently and I feel it has been kind of overwhelming so far. Do you have a structure to your posts or some kind of strategy on how to feel confident and good enough? I think it's the same thing that Udwak mentioned. We can't give you a blueprint or we can't give you a step-by-step guide on how to grow on LinkedIn. You have to be authentic. That's the key thing that we talked about. You have to share your values, your personality in LinkedIn, on LinkedIn, and what you resonate with in terms of your career. Um, one thing that works for me might not work for Yemith, right? And something that might work for Yemith might not work for me. So it goes again person to person. So share your journey, be authentic, and don't care about being the most famous person on LinkedIn. Just care about starting somewhere, and it will get you places for sure. Um, I think we have answered all the questions, and thank you so much again to our guest speaker, Udwag. Thank you so much for taking out your time and giving us these insights and this brilliant learning into this tool that we have in hand. And it's just an open door for us to explore new career opportunities. I'll just move on and we'll move on with the introduction to our founders and just some keynotes from them, and we'll wrap up the session after that. Thank you. Do we have Shadi in the session today?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah. Hi
Hey,
everyone.
how are you?
Yes, it's a good session. Thank you so much to our guest speaker. This is really great. I also learned a lot from it, especially the job search part. It was really, really impactful. And yeah, that's really nice. And I hope everyone also learned from it. I mean, this session is recorded, so you also have access to also can rewatch it if you want to watch it. And we also put it on our what's it called? Our YouTube channel too. So you have access to it and everyone would have access to it as well. All right, thank you, Shita, and thank you, Udak, too, for this.
Thank you. We'll just speak with our other founder, Suliet.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Ishita. And thank you, Udwak, for honoring our invite and, giving this impactful session. We all learned a lot, honestly. Even me, I'm going back right now to, refactor my LinkedIn profile. I don't know if you could get drop the link to that AI platform that you use to optimize so that people can also visit it and, check it out and
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
basically yes. So yeah, but thank you so much, really appreciate it. And to all the mentees that joined, thank you guys so very much. I'm sure you've learned something. Please make sure that you, like Ishita mentioned, the main goal is to execute everything that was spoken about, that Udwak has spoken about. Udwak, you want to say something?
No, after you, please.
Okay, okay. So please make sure you execute everything that was spoken about. You can go on a 30 days challenge. I mean, you're having this mentorship program for the next 3 months. So why not just start a challenge about sharing your journey? You soon start your courses now. You soon starting. I believe some of us have our courses already. So you can just start sharing your ideas, what you're learning, your sessions that you're joining, these webinar sessions. You can go rightfully, it's not even you can, you should definitely make posts about it. Tag your speakers, tag Techness community, share, let people see this impact. Let them know that, oh, you're actually making effort. These are the things that recruiters are actually looking at. These are what they are watching. They are looking at, trying to check, okay, is this person, oh, definitely this person has taken courses in this person is active, this person knows what they are doing, this person is willing to learn. So yeah, I believe I'll see a lot of posts during the weekend or during the week. But yes, I am so proud of you all, and thank you once again. Yeah, back to you, Ishita.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, and thank you all our mentees who joined today and were active throughout the session. And I really appreciate you being a part of this community again. Just leaving you all with your LinkedIn action plan. Uh, let's make a challenge of updating at least one part of your profile today and sharing it on our Slack channel. If you have any questions and if you're not able to make that one change, you can definitely reach out to your peers or your mentors or even us, and we'll be happy to help you out. And as TT mentioned about sharing learnings on LinkedIn throughout this mentorship program, why not we use a hashtag called TechNest Community on all your posts on LinkedIn? Um, and that's all from me. I will drop off my LinkedIn profile here in the chat if anyone wants to connect with me on LinkedIn. And thank you so much for joining in today again. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.
Oh, Ishita, I think Udwak had something to say. A hand has been
Sure,
raised.
sure. Yeah.
Mm, okay.
Okay, I just wanted to also add something to what Yemith was asked. I think I prepared this post ideas for when I had my 14 days challenge. She was asking, like, as someone that's new to LinkedIn, what can she post? So you can just take a screenshot of this. Like
Definitely.
this.
Yeah.
If you can see my screen, you can just take a screenshot of this post ideas. You can just
Yeah.
use this like to start out, talking about your skills, the tools, events you attend, your experience, then celebrations, how to spotlight inspirations, tip tricks, networking Saturdays, quotes, recommend resources, share rejection stories, showcase client testimonials, inspiration of career path, post questions, a day in the life of a software engineer, day in the life of a graphic designer, motivational content. If I just take a screenshot of this, it's more detailed than this anyways, but for what to post, you can just take a screenshot of this. It will help you. I just wanted to
That's
just add that.
amazing. That's a very good uh, share. Definitely, all the new LinkedIn users can have a help here because having a little help when you're starting out always makes a difference. Okay, I think we have this ritual of taking a picture. So everyone, if you can please turn on your cameras and we can have a group picture together um, before we head into the weekend and leave this session today.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to try and take pictures, but I want a lot of us to turn on our cameras so we can get nice pictures. I know we have 30 people on this call, and that's a beautiful one. It means the session was really impactful because we started with about 14. So yes, let's all turn on our cameras, use your flashlight so that your face can be shiny. I know we all have beautiful faces. Okay, so everybody can say cheese. Say cheese. Do we have more people joining? Turn on your camera, please. Turn it on. Let everybody know that we have more people joining in this session. Say cheese.
These guys.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much. I think we
Thank you
can
so
drop
much.
our LinkedIn profile in the chat box so that we can all follow ourselves, follow our speaker. Definitely, you can see she has a lot of followers and you can learn from her even outside the webinar.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. You have a good weekend.
seminars kind of things, but this one where I just happen like this, what if you have time to do? Because it's a day, I don't think that we don't have time to do like this, because I have a lot of things to do. My weekends in Monday is filled up already. Because I have a lot of things, a lot of things to talk. So what about more? But it's what it is, it's what it is. So now I added I use that one express and add to my LinkedIn post. I have to just take one for the other. Just take one. I'm super ready. Oh boy, Disney face. I'm ready. What did she call the thing again? Immaculata accepto. Jesus. You person. Jesus. 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 Let me look for Ivy. Ivy. Let me check on that. Hold on. Is that AI? Epa, please bring light, yo. We love things to do. It was really, really sad. I really didn't enjoy myself. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of things to do. Okay, let me start. Lola.
Yes. No.
The ones I even attended, I've not posted anything about them. Like I'm so overwhelmed. I think they know best. I go dey attend. Once I'm done editing, the piggy best event where I got it, I never edit. Content just